dabbled in all the horns, but the clarinet has this watery, deep tone to it that I really love. And I also like incorporating it into music that would even normally not hear it in.
This world, it takes all kinds, oh, you've got yours, darling, I've got mine.
How does that feel when you guys are all just in that perfect harmony thing?
It's not a waste of time. It's wonderful. That's how it feels.
As the horizon, I'll be on my way. Like a tumbleweed, I'm just rolling all around. Spread those seeds from
I started playing piano when I was about 3, and I put stickers on all the different keys, but in color codes, so I knew like the pink star was the C, and and so on. And I played piano, and then my mom, because I was so into it, my mom got me lessons. But I lived in like rural Amish country, just kind of way out on the border of West Virginia, and I got lessons from the church lady, actually the lady that played at the funeral home. She taught me how to play, and then I played until I was about 13, and then I had some tragic stuff happen. I stopped playing piano entirely because I didn't want to go to my mom's house anymore. I lost my brother. So I kind of gave up that dream and just the thing that I was doing since I was a kid. And then when I was 22, I moved to Bisbee and met Bill, and he said, you should sing some of these old songs. And I was like, no, I don't want to sing. And then years later, I just progressed with singing and playing clarinet and playing guitar, and all those things like opened my heart back up and to what I always like wanted to do as a kid and felt like was a really unrealistic dream.
My mother's a French horn player, and I, as a very young child, had access to an out-of-tune piano and her French horn. And I remember she was going through college and brought home a different instrument every week. I got really into dance. I danced a bunch. I was very much not embracing what I could have had available to me. So then eventually dropped out and joined the circus, and I ran across a busking band, and they were playing really compelling music. It was way more interesting than what I was doing. So much so that I stopped what I was doing and like went and hitchhiked across the country and started playing washtub, and then picked up a cornet again, which cornet and French horn are similar. And then eventually picked up accordion when I was pregnant. So toured and played for a long time.
I had dabbled before in playing the saxophone in grade school, and I played guitar a tiny bit here and there. And then I started traveling when I was a late teenager, and I ended up stumbling upon a mandolin, which I didn't know what it was at the time. I just connected with it really well, and I started playing it and playing in a band, a rowdy street traveling band for a couple years, which kind of developed me into really caring about it and taking it more seriously. And then I went to Bisbee and I met these guys, and this is my first band that was like a touring, gigging, established band that I've been in, which is really cool.
Singing with her,
was always around music. My family kind of has a musical history. Started playing clarinet in band and it didn't really take, and then I started playing guitar to be cool in high school and it didn't work and it didn't quite take. Yeah, later on in life, when I had given up being a musician in my early 20s, I started playing guitar. I started playing bass guitar with this old jazz guitar player who taught me all this stuff, you know, transferred it over to strings and connected it to what I already knew, and kind of paid me to be his student bass player for a few years and learned to play a bunch of jazz standards, and then it just kind of took me over.
Everybody loves a bass player. Gotta have that bass.
I like to play the guitar as well. I just like strings. Chords and strings and notes.
When you're sharing intimate feelings, when you're sharing original music, or if you're just going somewhere for a weekend, it's really ideal.
That's a little Oasis.
Yeah.
Having a venue like this where people really just want to hear your original stuff that you have to say, because it's such a vulnerable thing to share with people.